Welcome to this second video about the restoration of this Bally for Queens. In the first video we looked at the actual restoration process. In this video we'll take a look at the finished machine. Then we'll find out what 4 Queens is all about, and finally watch some gameplay on the finished machine. So let's take a look at the finished restoration. Let's start with the back glass. The main area of damage was across the top. Back glasses have 2 distinct areas of colour, those that are masked out so that no light passes through, and those where the light makes the area of colour glow. The difficulty with touching up the glass is that the repair needs to match the original colour when the back glass is not lit, and yet the repair needs to have the same translucent qualities as the original so that it looks the same when it is lit. It is almost impossible to achieve both of these goals. As a result, I tried to limit my repairs to the areas which are masked out and thus no light shines through those areas. I repainted the missing areas of pink and then painted silver paint on the area that were originally masked. This is much easier to see when looking at the other side of the glass. For now, I have left the areas with minor damage, but I may do some further work here in the future. One day I would like to investigate reproducing whole back glasses using similar techniques to my plastic recreations, but it requires access to a large format printer. I think the repairs I have attempted are an improvement on what I started with. Now let's look at the cabinet. Compare the before and after. I am very pleased with the results. The automotive clear coat should provide a much more durable finish than the original and should stay looking good for many years to come. The green legs actually came with another machine, but they suited 4 Queens really well and were in very good condition. The original legs from the 4 Queens have already been restored, ready for the next restoration. I have a feeling we're being watched. Looking at the playfield. I think the playfield looks pretty good now it's been rebuilt. I'm pleased with how those painted bumper rings turned out. And again, the clear coat should keep it in good condition for many plays to come. The new bumper caps were imported from the US. They are hot stamped reproductions and the quality is excellent. They cost approximately twice the price they were advertised at. UK Customs estimates their value for VAT purposes, taking no account whatsoever of the actual price paid. The Royal Mail, who collect the VAT on behalf of Revenue and Customs, then add their own admin fee. As the customer, you don't get the item until you pay whatever they decide to charge. The plastics have all turned out well. Again, let's compare them. The new plastic that was made using a scan provided by the previous owner has also turned out quite well. I have used a few LEDs just under the white inserts. I like the white instead of the off-white yellowish colour you get with filament lamps, but I don't like LEDs in any other part of an EM game. There is the coin door that I explained previously took considerably more effort than anticipated, but I really like the final look, even though it's not original. Now let's take a look at what 4 Queens has to offer the pinball player. So what is 4 Queens all about? There are a number of things to hit on the playfield to set the score reels spinning. These include the top saucer, worth 3,000 points when lit, the bonus saucer, which scores up to 5,000 points. Rollovers light the bumpers, but to be honest, this game is all about 1,000 point scoring. Whether the bumpers score 10 or 100 is really irrelevant. Rattle the score along until you are awarded with a credit for achieving a replay score. Care does need to be taken though, since this is a one-player game. A tilt results in the loss of the game, not just a loss of the ball in play. Then there is almost a second game within the game, which is, as its name implies, the 4 Queens. A queen is collected by spotting the letters A, B, C, D on the passive bumpers. These must be spotted in the correct order. Once you have spotted letter D, the first queen is collected. This is indicated on both the playfield and the back glass, and the next letter to be spotted returns to A. Once you've collected the third queen, the special rollover is lit. Collecting this results in a credit being awarded. Collecting the fourth queen also awards a credit. Well, that all sounds quite simple, but rest assured, spotting the 4 queens is not something that's easy and not something that happens on a regular basis. Thankfully, the game does have a few features to help us spot the queen letters. So let's take a look at those, because we certainly need them. First, the top saucer. This not only scores 3,000 points when lit, but also spots 1 queen letter. It is lit by the alternator, a device which switches between lit and not lit every time 10 points are scored. Next, there are 2 targets either side of the bonus saucer. These are lit alternatively by the same alternator. Hitting the lit target also spots 1 queen letter. Finally, the bonus saucer itself. This not only helps the score along with the bonus score, but also closes the zipper flippers, which is a real boon to keeping the ball in play. The flippers open again if the ball hits either of the passive slings on the left or right hand side. The technique is to try to hit the targets and the mushrooms without causing the flippers to open. Returning to the special, I think there may be a defect in the design of this machine. The defect may be common to all machines with a special feature, but this is the only EM machine I have with a special feature, so I'm not quite sure. When the special is lit, a relay is activated which keeps the special light lit on the rollover. If we then manage to roll the ball through the rollover, we collect a replay, a credit's awarded, everybody's happy. The problem occurs if we collect the 4th queen before collecting the special. If we collect the 4th queen, a credit's awarded, that drops the special relay, the special light goes out, we can no longer collect the special. Now you could argue that's a feature of the game, and a good player would collect the special before collecting the 4th queen, and I could accept that. Where I have a problem is If I manage to light the special by collecting 3 queens, and then my score reaches one of the scores that awards a replay, the awarding of that replay and credit will drop the special light, and then I can no longer collect the special. And I don't think that's quite right. So I have looked at a couple of ways in which I could alter the game to make it work the way I think it should work. But I haven't done it yet. If I do it, I'll make it so that it's switchable. So the game can either be played the way I think it should work, or in the way that Bally may have intended it to work in the first place. Anyway, let's take a look at some gameplay on the finished machine. Let's start a new game. That was lucky. Got the first queen letter without the ball actually staying in the saucer. And then there is the second. That is, however, a very common drain. Ball 2. Another letter from that right target. And that's the first queen collected. This is going quite well. Oops. Ball 3. A lot of bouncing about, but no more letters collected. Ball 4. Just the same as ball 3. This machine can be a drain monster. Last ball. Ouch, that same drain again. Well, that turned out to be a paw game. Let's try again. That's the A mushroom hit, then the left target, then the C mushroom. And the top saucer collects the first queen, and then 2 more letters from the target. That was a good first ball. Ball 2. Another letter straight off. And that's the second queen. Let's see what I can do with the flippers closed. Not much. Ball 3. Can I get the third queen? There is the C, and then the third queen. That has now lit the special. The best chance of getting the special is from the plunge, as it's quite difficult to get the ball up to the top of the playfield during play. Ah, missed. last chance. Oh, what a terrible plunge. Now getting closer to the fourth queen. I need to fire the ball up the right hand side past the top saucer. Failed. Well, that was a better game. Still just short of a replay score. Let's try one final game. Two letters collected. And then the C. And the saucer gets the first queen. Another letter from the top saucer. Opened the flippers but collected the B. There's the C from the target and the second queen from the other target. Then another two letters. And then the C. So almost three queens on ball one, and a good score too. Ball two. Well, that was after the Lord Mayor's show, wasn't it? Ball three. Ah, now that was lucky. The ball touched the top button and scored 10 points. But the ball does not count in this game until at least the 100-point reel has moved. So I got the ball back. Still ball three. Try to light the top saucer and collect the third queen. Yes, there we are. The special is lit again, but that dreaded drain off the edge of the centre saucer. A good plunge needed now. Missed again. Almost got the ball back to the top. Now I only need two letters for the fourth queen. Again, almost got up to the top for the special. And there we are, the fourth queen collected. And we have lost the special as I described earlier. However, it does make the special more challenging. So perhaps I just need to stop the replay score resetting the special. It's a shame the queens don't reset to give you another chance. Perhaps I've modified this machine enough. But that is food for thought. And still no replay score, despite getting all the queens. Well, there you have it. The restored Bally 4 queens. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. And so will he.